Okay, so hopefully we are live, or we will be in just a second. And I'm gonna just wait and make sure that it comes up on my stream, so that I'm not just talking to myself and my adorable stuffed animal. Boo! Let's go in. I'm actually gonna just, yeah, it looks like it's probably actually live, although I'm mostly hearing static. So that is not, oh, there we go. Okay, there's just some lag, but it sounds like the audio is working out okay. If it's not, just mention it in the chat and I will try and take a look. So today we're going to be making sort of a proof of concept PR inside of Spark, and we'll see how that goes. So this should be good. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing a clean build of Spark. I just did a git pull from the master branch, and it looks like some of the build files were actually updated. And while we don't always have to do a clean build, since I work with SPT, and it doesn't necessarily do the best job at cache invalidation, when my build files have changed, I always just like to run a clean build just to make sure that nothing's really broken. And I think I see a chat message, but I'm not actually super sure. Yeah, looks like no. So we're good. We are going to go and have some fun. So let's go ahead and find the Jira, which I said I was going to be working on today. Let's actually open a new window. So I'm going to go into the Apache Spark Jira, because that's just the easiest place to find stuff. I'm going to log in because I reported the issue myself, and we'll talk about the issue a little bit, just to make sure that we're all agreed. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't show you Boo. Boo is very happy to be with me. We're staying at the WIT today, because we're doing a meetup talk in Chicago tonight. And so we're going to go into reported by me. This one just got merged from our live stream last week, and we're going to look at this one here today. So consider adding support for returning inside of PySpark UDFs to better support the word count example. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify this a bit more, because when I talked to Brian about it, he wasn't super sure what I was talking about, and that's not a good sign that I've done a good job of communicating what I want to do. Consider adding support for returning lists for individual inputs on non-grouped data to better support the word count example, and other things, but word count is the simplest I can think of. And so when I chatted with him a little bit, he wasn't super sure what I wanted to do. And so that to me said that, like, I could either try and write a design doc. Since this is pretty simple, I think probably the best approach here is to make a proof of concept PR, and it's going to be one where, maybe we don't have the full tests or everything in place, but it shows sort of what it is that I want to do. And then Brian can take a look at it. Y'all can take a look at it as well and tell me if, there's a better way to do this that we should be considering, or if this is actually something that we would want to, work on some more and turn it into a full-fledged PR. And so this, unfortunately, a clean build of Spark takes a while, especially with a live stream running at the same time. If I ran top right now, I'm pretty sure we'd see all of the cores maxed out. And I actually have a little pillow in between myself and my laptop today, so that when the computer gets really hot, it doesn't burn me. Because building Spark is a great space heater when you're still in winter time. But it's making progress, and we don't have to wait for the build to finish to start writing code. So let's not wait. Let's go and take a look at what I was thinking about. So I'm going to show you sort of what the motivation was for this. And that's going to be in another project. The motivation for this is from Sparkling ML. And let's go ahead and open that up. GitHub.com, Sparkling Pandas, Sparkling ML. And I'm going to be talking about this a little bit tonight. But we can see here, if we go into Sparkling ML and transformation functions, this spacy tokenized class right here is pretty good. But we can't actually use the new arrow UDF acceleration for this, because for each input it returns a list of outputs. And if we go ahead and we look at actually, I should probably just do this in single mode. Spark, Python SQL, PySpark SQL, and I think it's functions. Nope, maybe it's UDF. Right. So, this is the register. So it says the user can define either a row at a time or a vectorized. But let's go find def pandas. No, maybe it wasn't functions. Yeah, here it is. So it says that the UDF can be of one of the following types. It can be scalar, it can be a grouped map, or it can be a grouped aggregate. And the thing with both grouped map and group aggregate is that we can return a lot of things, but we have this sort of unfortunate restriction that right, the length of the return pandas data frame can be arbitrary. Group map UDFs are done on group data apply. And the same thing here, our grouped aggregate is going to be done on a grouped data frame as well. And the problem is, if I want to do word count, I don't want to have to group my data first, right? I want to be doing my grouping after my tokenization. I don't want to have to do a shuffle first. So if inside of here I was tokenizing text, it really just doesn't work because the length of the panda series must be the same as the input panda.series. And so there's a few different things that we could do. Probably, you know, I'm not actually sure which one the right one is, so I'm just going to go ahead and sort of make one and see how it feels. Run it by Brian and get some feedback, and we can go from there. And so that's what we're going to do today. So, yeah, so we could do two things. We could sort of relax the requirements on Scalar. So pandas series. So let's actually go and look at the pandas.series documentation. I'm pretty sure I can't nest them. One-dimensional ND array. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work out. So that's just not gonna work. Yeah, we kind of need more than one dimension. So that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do something else instead. Or actually, I'm not super sure. Let's actually go ahead and double check. Oh, cool. So we can see that this ran. So we got our clean compile down. I'm also going to go ahead and run package because we're developing in Python today. We have to put the jars in the way that the Python REPL is going to need them. Source. So I keep a PySpark Python environment with the dependencies that I need for development on my machine. And pandas.series, pandas.series, yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's, maybe. Oops, yeah. Okay, actually, this could work fine. So we could relax the requirements on on the series transformation to allow us to return lists. And this would just give us a D type of object. That might not be bad. The question is going to be how we do the inference. But that might be the simplest starting point. So that's actually probably going to be simpler than the other idea I had. And when I'm making a proof of concept, simple is what I'm going for. Should be a primitive data type. Or a nested. Actually, what happens if I do pandas.series, pandas.series, yeah, it gives me back object. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work super great with arrow, though. Let's go in and look at the arrow source code. Well, so I'm torn. I could try and relax the requirements with series, but it's possible that arrow series don't allow nesting as nicely as the pandas one. But, you know, this would be pretty simple. The other one would be to do the pandas data frame, and the return type is a struct type, and then, you know, we're pretty good. Yeah, let's go look at the arrow documentation. It's been a while. Documentation. Yay, Python. Series. Okay. Yeah, so it's not going to party super great. Arrow to pandas. So this is type differences from series. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we round trip this through series. PA dot. I'm pretty sure this is going to complain. Yeah. PA dot array dot from pandas. Yeah. So does not like this. Makes very sad. Although Python. So if we told it was an array of arrays, would this make it happy? Would this make it happy? Because that would give me the flat map-like behavior. Well, not flat map, but that would give me the flexibility that I need. So let's go ahead. I'm pretty sure I have the arrow project checked out. Python, PyArrow, pandas compat. So, for better or worse, I still use my grepping habits even when I'm in projects which I'm not as familiar with, which is not, you know, super great. Okay, arrow.pxi, array.pxi is going to be the one that I want, and so type is equal to none. Array.pxi type equals if not passed will be inferred. So we're going to go ahead and say type equals It's going to be like PA dot something. Is there a... there's not a thing called types, public API. Infer dtype, PA API. Infer dtype. Okay. That didn't really give me what I wanted. Feather.py, infer dtype. Feather.py, infer dtype. Unicode string. Yeah, not super happy. Yeah, it doesn't like mixed. That's fine. Feather writer. Okay, whatever. I don't know what the array class is actually. So it says it supports array here, libcxx, but I don't. Error.pxi. Let's go check error.pxi. Array.pxi. Line 70. Okay. Pandas, dtypes. Underscore pandas. Okay. np.object, np.object. Okay, looks like it's using. Okay. np.array, import numpy as np. Has no attribute lower. np.int8. Fuck it. Let's go look at numpy arrays. Numpy array type. So it looks like we just use the numpy types instead of pandas types. So that's great. Yeah. So np.array dtype equals np.int8. Yeah, so let's whatever. Object type A. Oh, numpy.nd array. It's been a long day. Okay, has no attribute lower. That's weird. Type for alias. Huh. So I'm curious. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that's not actually the type that it wants. That's weird. So this type map isn't working out as well as I thought it would. Let's go find the tests. Test scalars. Yay! Let's see if there's a nested array in here. Okay, PD. Let's go find pd.series, colors times 4. That's not what I want. R as type, D type. Okay, now this is timestamp tests. Oh, here, testing list. pa.array. This looks pretty close to what I want, except... So that looks fine for values of fine. Well, pandas array. So that worked fine. Yeah. Okay. But this is not a series. Let's go inside of functions. This is pandas.array. Rather than series. Yeah, test scalars. Okay, so where is the series used? pd.series, pd.character, pa dictionary array from arrays. pd.series, whatever. Import pandas as pd. I'm lazy. That's fine. Okay. No, it wasn't working either. Earlier, probably using the wrong entry point. But we're fine. So this looks like it's just a matter of relaxing the requirements. Wait, maybe not. Oh, wait, here we go. There we go. That's the ticket. Okay. So this is what I want to do. I want to relax the requirements to allow this to be a list, and that'll be a party. So let's do that. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is update the docstring a little bit, just because this is going to be used more as a proof of concept than actual useful code. Length of panda series, or arrays of a primitive data type. Okay, cool. And so we're actually going to go ahead and put this in as a doc test, because I think showing in a doc test is probably what we want to do here. And also, so we're going to keep the two current ones, and we're going to add this other one here. Tokenize lambda s, what was I doing over in the other one? Yeah. I actually had it stashed. I'm gonna go sparkling ML, git stash pop, git diff. Yeah, that's fine for now. I just actually want to see what I was doing. That's the sentiment analyzer. Oh, it looks like I didn't actually do all that much. That's unfortunate. Yeah, s.apply. Stir.split. And I mean, this is a little silly, because, yeah, I mean, this is just, you know, doing word count, but, you know, we could actually use this with something like spacy to internationalize our word count to other things. Although actually, now that I'm seeing this inside of the doc test, it looks like the doc tests are in skip mode, so I'm not gonna put this inside of a doc test, because I actually do want to run my tests. Yeah, I guess fine. We're gonna go ahead and find the pandas UDF. And so this says skip the unit tests if we don't have pandas or PyArrow. And that's legit, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and well, for now, I'm actually going to go ahead and put this at the top, maybe. I'm not sure what their inputs are. Yeah, we're going to make a new test case just because I'm kind of a little lazy right now. Or more accurately, I want to see when just my thing fails. Def pandas UDF tokenize self. Yeah. We should. Oh yeah, definitely have to specify our return type. That'll be fun. And I'll get onto the Scala side soon. I know that probably Jacek would prefer I was on the Scala side of this code, but that's fine. And then our return type is going to be not double type. Do we have? Yeah. Okay. Array type. Array type of string type. Great. That's awesome. And now we're going to go ahead and say, self.assert equal UDF return type. I mean, this seems like kind of junk. But whatever. That we should make sure that that's being preserved. And we're going to go ahead and actually run this on some sample data. Is there a global shared data frame that people are using to test on? Because that would be really a lot simpler. It looks like, nope, we don't see one right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and add our test. Go down, buttons, buttons, buttons. Self.assert equal. Okay, df equals. Are none of these actually applying? This is kind of shitty if none of these tests are actually... oh, okay, looks like the scalar UDFs are lower. Let's go ahead and move this into the scalar UDFs. Okay. Self.spark. Once again, I'm just going to go back to... what was I working on? It's not functions.py. Star.py. Transformation functions. Oh yeah, okay. Sparkling ML. Transformation functions. I think we put it under feature Python pipelines. Spacy advanced tokenize, yeah. I don't remember what file I was working in. That's great. I was working inside of a file called tests.py. How could I forget that? It's been a long day. Result equals df.select tokenize vals dot alias hi. Whatever. We're gonna say this for now. We would expect this to fail. I like starting with a test that I expect to fail, and then we can run it and make sure that our tests are actually, being run. Get diff. Okay, cool. Looks like I have some extra white space there. Let's go ahead and deal with that while I'm in the files. Cool, Python. Cool. So this will run the SQL tests, and while this is happening, what else do we need to change? Okay. Well, that'll take a little bit. We need to change some Scala side code as well. So let's go into SQL land. Yay! Core src main Scala. I think execution Python arrow Python runner. Seems like it might be inside of here. Write iterator to schema. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let's hope my test fails soon enough and it tells me what I need to do next, because I am lazy. I would much rather this tell me. But my guess is it's going to be somewhere. Damn it. Not what I wanted. I never want Control X, Control B. I want Control X, B. So we're going to go back into functions.py for the meantime. The return type is optional, I believe. But let's go ahead and actually, did we specify our return type inside of our test? I'm pretty sure we did. Scalar pandas UDF test, yeah. Teardown class. We did array type, string type. Let's go ahead. Double check that it's not filtering the return type anywhere. This looks like it's probably not doing anything to that. Man, this is slow. I'm kind of tempted to run with -s, but let's go ahead and take a look at the run test code, because it's been a while since I looked at it. Run-test.py. --module lets me specify which module, but I really only care about one test. Oh, I also really only care about Python 2.7 right now. I don't care about cross-platform. Looks like it's only running Python 2.7, so that's great. Modules, parallelism, looks like does not give me the -s option to just run one specific test. That's great. In the meantime, can actually just run this test by hand. Yay, super fast computer. Oh, okay, cool. It's running the test that I care about, or more accurately, it's starting the test that I care about, or the test suite that I care about. Let's go ahead, see what it says. Oh, yeah, okay. Dot types, import star. Oh, I should probably kick off a Jupyter Notebook so I can reload things more easily. But whatever, we'll do that later. We're going to just go ahead, run this. Hopefully we'll get a failure soon. I'm actually going to take this quick break to top up my coffee while the tests run, and I think that's going to be the magic key code up. Okay, so hopefully we're back. So this might actually just work, in which case it's just a docstring change, and that's much less exciting. Yeah, okay, so this just ends up being a pure docstring change. That's much less fun. But, okay, well, that's done, and way less fun. But the good news is that we can do this super easily. And that's nice. The one thing is, if we leave out this, I think the type inference, return type cannot be none. What's this called? Buttons, 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 buttons. Not run tests. Vectorize UDF basic, yeah. This was failing somewhere else earlier, but I want to find... okay, let's go back in here. Oh yeah, okay, functions.py. Is decorator... Yeah, so this means that we can use that. So that's exciting because we support the word count case. It's less exciting for you because this just ends up being a pure docstring change, though. So I can try and find something more fun to do after I make this tiny docstring change and add a test to illustrate it. What was I gonna do though? Whatever. I don't remember what the second thing was. Well, so this just becomes a docstring change. It's less exciting. And then this just, we're gonna edit this to document. And so do document. No. Jira very helpfully has a bunch of key bindings, none of which I remember, and it automatically binds to. So document. Cool. That's great. Go ahead, check this out. Is a separate Jira. Document, adding, document support for nested return types in Scala with Panda, with arrow PDFs. Well, I mean, I'm not normally sad when code works, but it works, so that's good. Demonstrate, tokenize UDF. Cool. Go ahead and push this. We should run the linter first as well. It's possible that I went over line limit there. Let's find another thing that I can do as well, though, because, you know, that's maybe not super exciting because this is just changing a docstring. We could go ahead and do this one, add PMML Export support to PySpark. This one would be, I mean, kind of not trivial. Instead, I think I'm going to follow up with PMML Export for KMeans. Because I think I had a PR for this. It looks like I did. It's probably, my guess is it's going to inform some of what we could do, but it's not going to be great. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, so we don't want to use the same traits. But yeah, let's go ahead and revive this PR and do something fun with it. So then there can be some fun Scala code. Okay, yeah, so not surprisingly, functions.py. I did go over the line limit. Cool. Rerun the linter. And so, you know, one option would be to go check out this old PR and update it. Really not feeling that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to just go back. Yeah, okay, it looks like I don't have Sphinx installed. I should definitely install that. But I can do that another, actually, we can do that now. Pip Install Sphinx. Get diff. Long lines are bad. Okay, thanks. Cool. Okay. Actually, it is possible that this broke, because I did add a reference to a new thing. So let's rerun the linter while we're still here. Because it is possible, since I added a new class reference, that I broke the Sphinx build. And those things are really annoying to debug. Oh, and once again, the git push is going to be screwed up. I'm going to have to turn off some things, probably. Yeah. Oh, okay, no, it's just slow. That's fine. So we just pushed it to a new branch upstream. We can see here it's checking to make sure that the docs still build. And now we're going to go ahead and add PMML exportable with KMeans. Now, there was a comment, and we can fix this incidentally while we're in here. And so you can see here it's got this. We're going to go ahead and make a new pull request. Go on pull request, author Holden. We're going to go look at my closed ones. Actually, what is the work in progress one? Oh, yeah, that's not happening today. That's a big change. Someone left a comment on this after it was closed, which can sometimes happen. It means that I can't like fix it in the same pull request because we don't, you know, push back over the same thing. But I had the indentation screwed up in one of my files, maybe. So while we're there, we can just incidentally fix the small line space issue. And so we will do that as well while we're here. Okay, cool. That happened. Did the linter pass? Okay, cool. Now we're going to go ahead, check out master again, git checkout -b, and we're going to go ahead and make a new branch. I'm going to double check this one. Don't actually know which one I want. I think this is the one. Yeah. So we're only going to reference this one JIRA number because before this previous PR was for adding the base API as well. But now we've already added the base API in the code review that we went through last week, so we're just going to go ahead and use this one. Add, is that the, yeah, PMML Export for KMeans. So, I mean, at least there will be some Python and some Scala. And I can update my Spark examples. Well, whatever, I will actually, yeah, I'll do that later on in the day. I got a little bit of time, so we can go ahead and do that. So we've got the new branch. We don't have to run a full clean compile, but oh yeah, okay, compile, mllib. So I just want to run the mllib tests before I go in and start running it, just because there's a chance that, it's hosed on my machine. That would be, unfortunate. Oh, and the other thing, here we saw, when I was running the Python tests, that there was an error instantiating the Hive catalog, and that's just because the SBT that I launched was built without Hive support because I wasn't really depending on it. So that's what we'd expect, but I just want to make sure that, the mllib tests are going to pass now so that, I know that I'm not fucking it up. Or I know that if it breaks, it's definitely my fault. Because, we always have a tendency to blame other people when we can. So we are going to start the party. We're going into ML, and so the first thing that we're going to do is fix the comment from yesterday. Linear regression.scala. So let's go ahead, linear regression.scala. Linear regression.scala, and then I don't know if I want the mllib one. I want the one inside of regression. And this is just because there's two implementations of the linear regression algorithm inside of Spark. There's the new one in ML, which is the one we care about today, and there's the old one in mllib, which we don't really care about, but we can use it to get some helpful features in the meantime. So this is on line 749. Let's go down there. Yeah, I did screw that up. Cool. Cool. That is my bad. Yeah. Thanks for pointing this out. I'll fix it in follow-up. Cool. Another option would be to just make a PR where we just fix the white space, but, given that it's just a pure white space change, this other PR is going to be related to it. It makes a little more sense to put it together, in my opinion. But each to their own, right? Yeah, we were going to do KMeans, and that's not going to be regression. That is going to be our good friend clustering. Yay! KMeans.scala. And then I'm going to go back to linear regression because this is the one where we extended things. And so KMeans model. And instead of using ML writable, we're going to go ahead and swap this into general ML writable. And this is going to involve a few things that have to change. Def write. So the big one is we're going to find the def write function, and we're going to go ahead and say general ML writer. Yeah, 90 characters should be fine. We're going to use this code later. New general ML writer this. And so that's great. And we're going to go ahead and add essentially two private classes. We're going to add an internal KMeans model writer and a internal, and a PMML KMeans model writer. So private class, let's definitely add the comment first, a writer for KMeans that handles the internal or default format. Private class internal KMeans model writer extends ML writer format with ML format register. And so this is based on the general, actually is this, no, that's 86 characters, we're fine. This is based on the same design as the sort of v1 data source API for data frames, where we use this thing called, what's it called? It's like the Java service discovery mechanism or something like this. Service, maybe it's the Java service loader. Yeah, so we use the Java service loader so that other people can define their services, register them. And so if you wanted to add your own export, you would do it in a very similar way. So you wouldn't have to change the write function. Of course, it would have to be on something where we'd already changed the write function. But what you'd do is you'd go ahead and you'd make this, instead of calling it, internal KMeans model writer, you would call it like Alice's format model writer, or you might call it like PFA model writer. And then, you would define a format. In this case, we're saying internal. You might say PFA. We're going to go override def stage name. And then and the stage name is just org.apache.spark.ml. What's this thing called? Clustering.KMeans model. And then override def write, path of type string, Spark session of type Spark session, and we get an option map of type mutable.map string, and a stage of a pipeline stage. Oh, yay! And we return a unit. And that just means for Java developers for Java and Python developers following along, that just means that we really don't return anything. We're explicitly saying this function is just for side effects. So this does lead to an interesting question. It's sort of convention in Scala land to have these brackets for when there are side effects and not have them for when we don't have side effects. And we really wouldn't expect format to give us side effects. So that's a thing to think about, because the API isn't public yet. It's like in the 2.4 branch, but 2.4 is nowhere near release. So we can keep refining this API. And I think as people like me go in and add more export formats for more of the models, we might notice more things like this. But I'm just going to sit and sort of think with that, and maybe I'll change that later during the review phase. But we're actually going to go ahead. So it's still running the test, so I don't want to, well, it's not going to recompile at this stage. So we're going to go ahead, save this, go in here, do a git diff, and look at what our old export code was. So the previous export code just called new KMeans model.KMeans model writer this. And let's go find our KMeans model writer. KMeans model writer. Huzzah. Okay. So there we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to be pretty similar to what we do in the linear regression one. So actually we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to get rid of this entire thing for now. I'm just going to bring it over here because that's where I'm going to move this code anyways. It's a little ugly, but it's just because Emacs makes it kind of difficult to switch back to have two of the same buffers open at the same time. When I'm doing Control-XB, it won't tab complete like I'm used to. So what were we doing? Yeah, so the first thing that we do is we take the instance. Types are hard. Val instance equals stage.as instance of KMeans model. Huzzah. Okay. Yeah, val sc equals Spark session, Spark context, and then yeah, there is a case class of data that I'm gonna have to copy over, which is fine. does this look like what I want? Yeah, this looks pretty similar. Oh, okay. Ugh. Okay, what time is it? Okay, it's 1:35. I'm in Chicago right now because I'm doing a meetup there tonight. And I want to try and wrap this up before it gets too late because I should figure out where I'm going. I think it's IBM offices. But okay, getting back to this. So the thing that we're going to need from this is going to be the case class of data. Case class data. Yay. Okay. Actually, I wonder if this is used in multiple places. We are going to find out. Is it used in the reader? It is. So one of the challenges is that this is used in both the reader and the writer. What did we do in linear regression? Case class data. Did we simply duplicate it? That makes me... Oh, wait. Are these... Yeah. Don't really like this. Because here we use it on the load side too, and it doesn't look like we were using that. We're going to rename this into private case class. Model data, cluster data, and then because we already have a thing called data and old data, this is not great. So we're just going to go ahead and make it accessible from both of these. Cluster data, good chance that went over the line limit. Oh, 92. Okay. Cluster data. Case classes named data, just really not very specific. But I guess that's fine. And so we don't have PMML support yet, but we would expect this to still work. So let's go ahead. It's still running the regression suite. Damn, I forgot how long these tests take. I'm tempted to Control C, but SBT isn't really all that great at that. Let's go figure out where the save load suite is. KMeans suite.scala .write. Nope. Okay, no, we do have read-write in here. And so we would expect the read-write test to continue to pass with the new code. Yeah, this could take a while. Our full ML lib tests are not small. But if we're down to Q... might not be too far away. Well, we can start writing the PMML one while we're at it. Oh, the other thing, actually, that's a good point, that we have to do is edit meta. Wait, can't find meta INF? It should be able to. ML lib resources or SRC. Meta dash INF. Oh, it's the directory. Okay. Services. Why is it not finding meta inf services? That's also a directory. God damn it. Org.apache.spark.ml. Okay, yeah, there we go. This takes us to the ML format register, and we have to list our class name here. And if you're extending your own Spark ML classes, or if you're adding your own Spark ML model export code outside of Spark, you just make sure that you create the same file name. You don't have to edit the one inside of Spark. Yay, service loader. Okay, so clustering dot internal KMeans model writer. Okay, awesome. That's a ticket. ALS suite. Fuck it. I don't know how long this is going to take. We're just going to Control-C out of it. Unfortunately, SBT takes a little bit of time to start back up, and I don't remember a key sequence to stop running the current test without exiting SBT. So we're going to go back through this little resolving dance, and I'm going to drink some coffee. We're going to ignore all of these warnings. These are just warnings. That's perfectly fine. And yep, okay, so we're going to go ahead and do mllib test only org.apache .spark clustering KMeans. Sweet, yay! Yay, clustering KMeans. Sweet. Okay, cool. And even though this is test only, it should do the compile for us. So we'll see if our code is in a happy state. Created output. Compiling to Scala sources, yay! Oh, okay. So I left out some imports, but that is really easy to fix. Yay! Okay, cool. So the first one is I left out pipeline stage. I'm actually just going to go into linear regression dot pipeline stage. Yeah. G H I J K L M N O P. Okay, as you can see, I do not have random access. So we need pipeline stage. That looks good. Oh, I misspelled mutable. That's weird. Okay. We don't have that collection installed. Imported. Okay. Fun times. Let's go ahead. We run test only. Oh, forgot to import the Spark session. Okay. What are the visualization options in Scala like charts? That's an interesting question. It is a little different. Okay, so there's a type error, but yeah. So most of that stuff, if we, I'm gonna go back in here, Spark, Jupyter, Notebook. So we can see that, I mean, that's Cloud Data Proc. So of course I have clicked on it. Visualizations. Yeah, so there's a few things. There's Spark, Vegas, and so this one is, I think, a bunch of the Netflix people have worked on it, and it builds itself as the missing matplotlib for Scala plus Spark. As you can see, they have little like nice visualizations here. They're pretty cool. It's one of the options. There's an Interact project, github.com. Interact. There's a lot of projects inside of here. So let's search for Spark. Improved Spark Viz. Looks like we didn't update it since January 7th. And this is actually Python focused, so not what you want. So Vegas is probably the one that I would recommend. You can use Bouquet and Scala as well, I believe. I don't know how well maintained it is. Let's go take a look at that. August 13th, 2016. That's not real inspiring of confidence. So I would say probably Vegas would be the one that I would recommend. Yeah, okay. I'm going to jump back and fix this because I put in the wrong type. Override def, right. General ML Writer. Yay! Buttons, 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 buttons. Go ahead and see this run through. Creating output. Oh, that's looking promising. Cool. I'm glad that helped. Yeah, Vegas is a pretty cool library. No tests were executed. That's oh yeah, it's org.apache.spark.ml.clustering. But I mean, at least it compiled the code, which will hopefully be cached. Ooh, yay! Okay, it's running our suite. And we can see if the change broke anything, which would be bad. Okay. Parameter validation, looking good. KMeans model transform with non-default parameters. Cosine distance. Oh, cool. Read-write test passed. That's great. So this is a good place to put sort of a logical commit because we're at the point where the tests still pass, but we've made progress. And so if I screw something up, I can come back here later. So I'm going to go ahead and make a commit. Git commit am for KMeans. Switch KMeans to general ML Writer and add the internal writer. And up next, we're going to add the PMML Writer, and that's going to be super cool. So let's go do that. Internal KMeans model writer. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually just going to, for the PMML format, okay, change this one to, oh no, org dot. Okay, so we call it PMML. Go ahead, change this to PMML. The stage name remains the same. The first two parts, well, this part is definitely going to remain the same. And let's go take a look at our previous pull request. How did we instance.parentModel.toPMML? Cool. That's really pretty simple, and I love it. So we can get rid of all of this. We can go ahead and say instance.parentModel.toPMML. Let's see path. So that's great. Let's hope that works. So we're going to go ahead, also update this, PMML KMeans model writer. And so that's cool. That's cool. Now we're going to have to go ahead and actually add tests to make sure our code works. Because otherwise, not very good. so once again, we're going to go into KMeans suite and linear regression suite, and yeah, we're at 94 characters. With PMML read. Oh, actually, no, we need both. PMML read write test. Awesome. PMML. Cool. Okay, so we have a previous test called test read write. Test PMML Export. So we actually need to fit this. This is check model data, right? Which is all well and good. So we have slightly different base classes because we don't have a general load function back. We just instead look at the data dictionary, which is less than great. But we can go ahead and get this started. So val KMeans equals, that's not the model. It hasn't been fit on data. Or has it? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't like that name. Yes, sure. Val model equals KMeans dot fit. Yeah, we don't actually really care about fitting on any data, but this is way simpler. Oh yeah, okay, actually this is a test which was expected to fail. Let's not do that. Cool, cool. So, oh yeah, reorder this. So now we know we have a model. There should be, 2 centers, and that's great. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start off with a really simple check model. And check model just takes in, it returns unit because it raises an exception if things are bad. And we're actually going to go ahead and look at the old KMeans suite to see how they did their ML export validation. So let's go ahead. Clustering, KMeans suite, PMML. No, it's not in here. Was it util? It's somewhere in here. grep, PMML, MLlib src test. No, grep-r. KMeans PMML. Okay. PMML export. Sweet. Yay! Super happy fun times. Okay. This just directly constructs a KMeans model. That might actually be better. Let's see if we left that constructor accessible. Class KMeans model. I mean, this is private. I mean, I still like the training one, but yeah, this will be closer to the current test, so maybe we should do that. Okay. Oh, no. Go down here. That's the read-write test, PMML export test. Okay. so this is the old KMeans model, which is not imported here, which makes sense. Oh, ML lib KMeans is what we call it. Okay. This is ML lib KMeans. New KMeans. Okay. That gives us control, and we can directly check that the cluster centers are what we expect. So that's cool. And now we're going to go in and write our check model. Def check model. Linear regression suite. Once again, type unit because it throws, and we're going to pretty much just move some of this code around. We've got PMML, so that's a reasonable assertion. Vegas. I'm just answering a question in the live chat, because it looks like they tuned in later. Okay, yeah, so check that the header is what we expect. The header description is what we expect. And we are going to instance of clustering model. Interesting. Check that the number of fields. So we would expect this to match. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this verifies that there is a model attached to the PMML object, and I mean, sure, this seems like a pretty reasonable thing to test. So that's cool. We're going to have to add some imports to match clustering model. Cool, PMML rewrite tests. Okay, let's go ahead and update our imports. Yay! Regression suite, not Scala. Cool. And we need PMML. So these are the two. Cool. So yeah, I think these are the two new imports that I need. Clustering model I don't think is defined elsewhere in the code, so we're fine. Let's go ahead and run our test again and see if we have PMML import export. That'd be really exciting. And then I can go find a sandwich. Parent model in class KMeans model cannot be accessed in org Apache Spark KMeans model. Okay. And we can see also one of the things that's been turned on in the Spark code base is linting on compiling for Scala code. This is useful because it tells me that I have some linter errors that I should fix while I'm here too. So let's go ahead and fix the linter errors really quickly. Those are going to be the easiest ones to fix. Cool. Oh, and it looks like I put these imports in the wrong order. Just not paying enough attention there. So let's go ahead and go into kmeans.scala. Kmeans.scala. So the parent model is private, so we're just going to make this private clustering. With PM. Oh, I forgot to import. Well, we can see that PMML read write test. Okay. Default read write test. PMML read write test. Yeah. I mean, this is a test suite. I'm just going to do that. Oh, okay, there was another thing. New KMeans. Oh. Well, okay, wait. Cannot be applied to string error. New MLlib KMeans model. Too many constructors. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and factor this out so that the error message makes a little more sense. So val old KMeans model equals. There we go. There we go. Old KMeans model. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Could have sworn that's what we were doing in the PMML KMeans PMML read write export suite. New KMeans model cluster centers. Oh. No, that's private ML org Apache Spark. Oh, private. Oh no, this is the wrong KMeans. Super confusing working with multiple files with the same name. Let's go ahead and look at the class KMeans. KMeans model. Huzzah. So yeah. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so the other thing that changed, which is super delightful, is we have two different definitions of vectors. Yay! Two. I think there. So that's two array. Is there an old one? Apache Spark, ML lib, nah. Right. Yeah. So, okay. This is kind of annoying and silly, but that's just how it goes. So we're going to import the old vectors from linear algebra. But we're going to rename it. Well, actually, instead of calling it old, could eventually become not descriptive. Let's call it mllib vectors. Old vectors. Okay. mllib. mllib and mllib. Cool. Jazz hands. Ooh. Why is it not happy? mllib KMeans. Oh, I'm constructing. I was trying to construct the trainer, mllib KMeans. Model. Cool. Definitely over 100 characters. Oh yeah. That makes more sense. Okay. Cannot be applied. Oh yeah, that's instead of new KMeans, it's going to be new KMeans. New KMeans model. Oh, the glamorous life of fixing typos. I mean, at least they're my own typos, so that's cool. Creating outputs. Ooh. Compiles. Let's really hope it works. Because we're using service discovery, it's quite possible to compile and fail at runtime. I mean, it always is, but it's extra possible that I've screwed up something in the service discovery. Cool. That worked. Yeah, it's 2:07 in Chicago. All right, let's do a clear and then a git diff and just look at the changes. Yeah, that looks like about what I would expect. That's, we have to access the parent model for testing, and it's still private, internal to Spark. We're fine. So since we've changed the types, there's a good chance that we're going to have to add essentially notes to our binary compatibility checker that, yeah, we changed the types, but in semi-compatible ways, because I changed some things. But honestly, the easiest way that I find to do that is to just create a work-in-progress PR, run it, and have the binary compatibility checker tell me what failed, and then I can go double-check and make sure that, nothing that I wasn't expecting to fail failed, and then I go and add the exclusion rules that it suggests. So this looks fine. Git commit -am add PMML Export for KMeans model. So that's good. And once again, git push upstream. Cool. It actually pushed. That's happy. So we can go here. Yep, that looks like what I want. And so we're going to do a few things to format this. The first one is we do Spark dash the Jira number, We mentioned that it's in mllib, update PMML Export, add PMML Export for KMeans in Spark ML. What changes were proposed? Adding PMML Export to Spark's Spark ML's KMeans model. How was this patch tested? And so new unit test for Spark ML PMML export based on the old Spark ML lib unit test. And this, just says, yeah, I tested my code. I didn't just depend on manual testing. Since I'm expecting it to fail, some of the automated checks, I'm going to go ahead and put the work in progress tag on it. And that just tells people it's not finished, because what we do have to do after it fails is go back in and add those exclusion rules, possibly. So that's pretty cool. That's going to start running. This one, yeah, okay. I included this in. I just want them to know that I, am paying attention, of course. And also, if someone else comes back in and is scrolling through, and I was like, "Hey, did anyone fix this?" There's a note that says, "Yeah, I did." Okay. And so this one is This one's just documentation. Clarify docstring for scalar functions. Adds a unit test showing use. There's existing showing use similar to word count. There's existing unit test for array of floats as well. I want to double check that I didn't misread that comment. I want to let's go ahead. I'm going to look at my changes because it is just a docstring change, and I don't want to bother people if this is silly. But yeah, primitive data type, or I mean, given that I misread it, I assume someone else might have. Oh, it looks like I unintentionally added a blank line here. Let's go in and get that out before we make this pull request. And this is Spark 23672. Okay. Git diff master. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and go back into tests.py, and it was inside of pandas UDF tests. Wait. I mean, that change wasn't part of it, but it's normal to have a new line between the. Yeah, I feel like the new line, I mean, it's unrelated, but it's more in keeping with the style of the file anyways, so I'm gonna leave that. CC at Brian. Yeah, it's just a pure docstring change, not super important, but improving documentation is always good, especially when it confuses myself. So we've got 2 pull requests into Spark now. One of them is work in progress. The tests are going to kick off and run for a little bit. I am actually going to go back into Sparkling ML because I was waiting on that change to make a thing happen. So Sparkling ML git diff. Git stash list. Oh, get branch. Maybe it was in a different branch. No, this is the how happy is Boo branch. And there's a master branch. I thought I had more of this in there, but it looks like I did not. But that's fine. Really, this shouldn't have been done in here. Anyways, git stash dash dash help. Is there a way to revert the stash? Git stash. If I run it again, cannot save current index state. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just manually merge it and copy it over. Transformation functions, huzzah. You definitely want to keep this one. And yeah, we're actually going to keep both of these. Cool. Git diff master. Okay, git pull sparkling pandas sparkling ML. Oh, master, yeah. Cool. Git checkout dash B. Spacy tokenize example. Cool. Let's make sure that NLTK one is in here. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and actually not bother to stash it. We're going to change this. Wait, this is an array type of a map type? String to string. Spacy tokenize. Don't think I can return map types in the scalar transformation, but maybe I can. So actually, it looks we could probably. Let's go ahead and find out. We're gonna swap this around, and we'll swap this in. And we're going to run our tests. Build and package .sh. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if these tests work. So we just swapped it into using the scalar transformation, which is sort of what we want. Okay, so right now it's testing the Java ones, which we would expect to work because we haven't changed them. Oh, I should update the working on, but whatever. Okay, yeah. Oh, my mouse went away. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to get better at this one day. Cool. That's really weird. So the test passed. Let's find out if we can actually return map types in the scalar transformation. That would be exciting and unexpected, but it'd be exciting. So, oh wait, what? Is this actually going through Scala vectorized transform array type map type? I'm starting to get suspicious, because I'm not thinking this works normally. But, okay, let's go look inside a scalar vectorized transform function. Eval type, pandas UDF scalar. So, in that case, our inner function should be oh, this is going to show up in the Java tests right now, I think. Let's go look at, because I'm not expecting this to work, and when that happens, that often means my code is not doing what I expected it to do. So let's go look at spacy advanced tokenize. Let's go find our transform function. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and swap that for pandas underscore UDF, and this is probably where the rubber will actually hit the road, and we'll see it fail like I expect, or if it works, I'm gonna be very pleasantly surprised, but also a little bit suspicious. You know, code that works with a few changes, normally not so lucky, but, you know, happy to be proven wrong. So let's run this again. Oh, I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Oof. Oogie. We are running the tests. NLTK pause. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yay. Cool. So that's what I expected. Because, yeah,